Hi everyone, I'm Alice and welcome to your practice. Today's flow is a full body exploration targeting and designed to boost some strength and power to improve your balance and to challenge your coordination. So you don't really need much today, just your practice space, your mat, some comfy clothes, but grab yourself maybe a couple of bricks. I've got some cork bricks here, but you can also use some books if you've got those. So grab what you need, get ready, and let's get going. Okay, so we're going to start seated today. So find your weight onto your shins. We're going to come into Virasana. And if you've got your blocks, you can grab them now. You can do 1 or 2 and pop it between the heels. If you prefer to just sit on the shins, you can also do that. But I find this the most comfortable. And then you can always roll your calves out to the side slightly. Find your sit bones to that block or to the heels. Sitting nice and tall and bring your hands to the legs. Just take a moment. Can you close down the eyes? Find some length up through the spine. And really feel a lift and length up from the base of the skull. Almost like you've hooked yourself up on like a coat rack from underneath the skull and you're just hanging. The rest of the spine is hanging. Your head is nice and buoyant. And just settle and land. Watching the breath just for a few moments in stillness. And take a big breath in through the nose. Fill up the whole chest. Feel that buoyancy, that energy fill you up. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. 2 more of those. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, cleansing breath out. Last one, inhale. And let it go. Drop the chin to the chest. Pause at the bottom of the breath. Interlace the hands behind the back. Take in some breath again. You can breathe again. Take right thumb on top of left and see if you can squeeze the palms together. Take the hands over onto the left hip. Pin the elbows back. Drive the shoulders away from the ears and then just drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Good, and see how it feels here. Keep squeezing the elbows together, sending the shoulders away from the ears, and feel free to roll out the neck a little bit in this space. Just a couple breaths. And the more you tug on that right hand with the left hand, the more energy you're going to start to create in the side of the right neck. So really driving that shoulder blade down the spine to create that line of tension. Good, and then roll the chin through the center. And then extend the arms back behind you. Almost starting to concave in the front body. So draw the lower ribs in, punch the knuckles towards the back of the room, and then start to send the arms up as well. So you have a real squeeze into the shoulder blades. Just take 1 breath. You can wiggle into it if you need. Just create some space. Good, and then release the arms and see how they just float up to the ceiling. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull the elbows down onto the back. Open up the chest. Good. Interlace the other way. Left thumb on top of right. Take the hands over onto the right hip. Slide the hands as far over as you can and then squeeze the elbows together. Left shoulder away from the ear. Drop the right ear to the right shoulder and roll it about. Stay active between the elbows. The more activity you create here as you move, the stronger you are through the body, the deeper you're going to get into the left side of the neck. Because the more energy is going to be created in that fascial line, that sense of pull in opposite directions. 1 breath. Roll through the middle with the chin. Extend the arms back. Punch the knuckles to the back of the mat, and then see how high you can send the arms whilst keeping them straight and squeezing the palms together. Take an extra breath. Concave through the ribs, maybe chin to chest as well. Good, and then inhale, let the arms just float up. Exhale, pull everything down, feel the heart open. You can start to open up through the chin and the throat. And then release. Keep that opening in the heart. Take the fingertips back behind you. If you can reach the floor, start to push the fingertips into the floor and squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit more. Find that similar shape that we just took in cactus, but now it's a bit more resistant base because you're pushing into the floor. And then you might find that your hips start to squeeze off. You can always open your knees just a little bit. I find it a little bit much to keep my knees together. And just start to take it into like a mini camel. Just take a breath here. And one more. And take a seat. Nice. Work your way into downward, all fours actually. Let's come into all fours. So find your way into your all fours position, hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and just start to go clockwise with the shoulders and the hips. Just rolling about. Working a little bit into those wrists, and then go the other way when you're ready. Staying nice and strong through the spine, but it's just kind of knocking your energy around. You're testing your weight bearing in your wrists, your strength in your shoulders. Feel free to work into the wrists a little bit more, flip them in different directions, start to really prime through the body. Get yourself ready for this practice. It's quite a full body practice. We've got weight bearing on the hands and into the shoulders, but we've also got some strong lunges into the legs. We've got a lot for the core. So just making sure that your body has had a moment to land, and also it feels prepared. It feels ready. Good. Start to loosen up into the spine, possibly. And you start to round, you can start to draw it through, kind of in cat-cow variations. And if you're enjoying this, you can just stay here for a couple moments. But if you're ready to, take it into down dog and find this same sort of free movement. The same mindset of just moving into your edges, seeing what feels nice. We'll all meet in downward facing dog, so it's honestly no stress when you get here. If you're enjoying being in a tabletop position, just bending, extending, shifting. Take 2 more breaths. Maybe starting to find your way to downward facing dog. And then find a little bit of traction into the floor. Stay super buoyant and lifted through your hip creases. Maybe a slight softness into the backs of the knees so you can start to drive the hip creases up. Heavy through the heels. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, wave it forward to plank. Plank with intention, rounding it forward nice and slowly. Find your plank position nice and strong. Have the feet comfortably hip width. Take your weight into your right hand and start to knock your heels over to the right side. Side plank on the right, left arm lifts high. This can be modified if you need. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Take the left forearm to the floor. Send the heels over to the left side and take your low side plank on the other side, on the left. Drive the elbow into the floor. Right forearm to the floor, swap sides, low side plank on the right. Lift the left arm. Take a breath. Left hand down. Swing the heels over to the left side and reach the right arm up. Squeeze into that left side waist. Good. Right forearm down. Take it to the right side. Left arm up. Left forearm down. Take it to the left. Right arm up. Right hand down. Take it to the right. Left arm up. Take a breath in. Left hand down. Find your plank and lower to the floor. Fingertips off to 10 and 2 off the tops of the mat. Part the feet, couple of oscillating cobras. Just to let that all go. Open into your shoulders. Take an inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And notice if there's any space. As you move all that strength, that power, that compression into the joints, into the muscles, through that strong sequence, that strong flow, through your side planks, is powerful. So now notice the body in this relaxation state. Everything's starting to soften a little bit more. Maybe there's a bit more loosey-goosey. You feel a bit more open because you feel a bit more warm. Last breath. Good, lower down. And take it all the way up and back to downward facing dog. You can move through plank if you'd like to, if you feel warm. And send it up and back. Downward facing dog. Let's get straight on into our flow. So find your right leg and lift it high. Squeeze the heel up to the ceiling. Roll the outer right thigh down. Stay lifted through the left hip crease. Take a breath. Exhale, we're going to take the right foot to the right thumb. Good. Soften into both legs. That back knee is almost like touching the floor. It's just hovering an inch. And rise up into a double bent leg lunge. Find a scoop of your tailbone underneath you. And reach the fingertips up. So you're really thrusting your pelvis forward. You're finding the strength from your back body to open up your front body. Take one more breath. Extend the back leg. See if you can keep the pelvis exactly where it is. Inhale. Exhale, start to shift forward. Drape your belly onto your right thigh. Shift, shift, shift. You can use your blocks if you want to. Stay nice and bent in that front leg. And float into your crouching warrior. Can you squeeze up through the back line of the body? Get nice and low in that supporting leg. And then start to extend through the front leg, the right leg. Now you're in a warrior 3. Whatever you want to do with the hands, it's comfy. And then re-bend into that supporting leg. And then draw the left knee into the chest. Rise to stand, grab the shin or under the knee and draw it in tight. Can you keep squeezing up through that right glute to push the right hip forward and open up through the front of the leg? And then take the left foot down. Nice. Take an inhale, sweep the fingertips high. Maybe look up. Exhale, fold it forward, release. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, tops of knees off to the floor. And then plant the hands and step back, downward facing dog. Let's take the other side. Left leg's going to lift. Stay super square through the pelvis, lifted up through the right hip crease. Inhale. Exhale, left foot to left thumb. Find your double bent leg lunge. Scoop the tailbone underneath you. Get nice and low. Nice and contained in the front body. And reach the fingertips high. Inhale, start to extend the back leg. Keep the pelvis where it is, really tucking underneath you. Exhale, start to shift forward onto that front leg. Drive the left knee over the toes. Stay super bent until you just float that back leg off. Find your crouching warrior. Can you engage the back line of the body? Can you squeeze the right bum cheek a little bit more? And then extend the supporting leg. Oh, I'm wobbly on this side. Re-bend into the supporting leg. Stay strong. And then rise to stand. Right knee to chest. Grab the shin or underneath the knee and pull the knee in tight. So you can take all the effort into the arms and into the left leg. Push down, extend. Keep breathing. Right foot to the floor. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up. Open up the heart. Maybe start to send the fingertips a little bit further back so you get a really nice stretch through the front body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Just find a nice flat back. Exhale, take the hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, ripple forward to plank. Let's just flush it out with a vinyasa. Exhale, lower to the floor. You can take it through chaturanga if you'd like. Inhale, your version of a back bend. Pull the heart through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. And breathing out. Right leg lifts. Squeeze into that right bum cheek. Exhale, step the right foot to right thumb. We're going to add on to our flow. Double bent leg lunge. One movement, one breath. Inhale. Scoop the tailbone under. Exhale, extend the back leg, sorry. Inhale, reach forward. Drape the belly over the thigh. Crouching warrior. Soften into the supporting leg. Extend through the supporting leg. Rebend into the supporting leg. Rise to stand. Just a pit stop of the knee into the chest, because straight away it's going to open up to the side. Big circle. Arms can move out the way. Big circle of the knee back behind you. Fingertips reach forward. Now you can grab a block if you need, or you can just hover in your floating half moon. Open the arms, keep the hands on the hips, whatever is comfortable. One breath. Soften into the front leg, bend, bend, bend. Send the left leg all the way back behind you. Warrior two. Whew. Take a little moment. Breathe. Maybe just bend and extend into that front leg. Start to settle, reach through the fingertips. Corkscrew that front foot into the floor. So you're really opening up through that hip. And then flip the front palm and take it back, reverse warrior. Extend the front leg, reach a little bit more into your reverse trikonasana. Keep squeezing into your glutes to support. Exhale, rebend. Circle it all the way forward. Take the left hand to the floor. Right arm sweeps up. Twisted lunge straight into side plank. So roll onto the knife edge of the back foot. Right foot stacks or like comes out in front of the left. Reach up through the right fingertips. Take a breath. And another one. And then right forearm to the floor. Take it to the right. Left arm up. Cinch into that right side waist. Take a breath in. Can you push into the floor a little bit more? Left forearm center. Find your low plank. Option to lower into Sphinx. Or start to work into your dolphin. Stay super active. Make sure your elbows are in line with your shoulders. And start to walk your feet up. Beautiful. Can you push your elbows into the floor a little bit? Relax the head, look to the toes. And take 3 breaths. Maybe lifting and lowering. Last breath. And then wherever you are, work your way to downward facing dog. If you're in dolphin, you can have a go at pushing one hand at a time or both at a time, lifting the elbows. Whew. Find your way to downward facing dog. One more side. Take a breath in, left leg lifts. And a breath out, left foot to left thumb. Soften into both legs, scoop the tailbone under, take a breath in, double bent leg lunge. And a breath out, high lunge, extend. Reach forward, inhale. Send the weight onto that front leg, crouching warrior. Squeeze into the back line of the leg, extend the supporting leg. Rebend, keep the back leg as lifted as you can. Right knee to chest. Just touches that pit stop at the front and then take the knee out to the side. Use your arms as counterweight and reach the fingertips away from each other. Right leg back, left fingertips forward. You can stay hovering, or you can find a block. One breath. Bend into the supporting leg. Send the right leg back. Warrior two. Take a moment. Shift forward and back. Find your warrior two. Bend deep, reach through the fingertips. Flip the front palm, take it back. Reverse warrior. Reverse triangle, extend. Rebend, keep that reach, and then circle it all the way forward. Right hand to the floor. Left arm sweeps forward and up. Create some energy between your shoulders. Drop your back heel over to the right side. This can be modified if you need. Side plank. Left foot out in front of right. Can you lift your hips a little bit higher? Can you feel those ribs cinching in towards the spine? One breath. Left forearm to the floor. Low left side plank. Right arm left. Squeeze. Almost squeeze into the inner thighs as well. That will help. Right forearm to the floor. Center up. Take a breath. Drop the knees. Take a seat back to child's pose. Just let it go. Narrow leg child's pose, wide leg. It's really your choice. Just start to drop in. And then you can either stay here if you're just ready to just land. If you would like to take one last dolphin, you can. And we can set ourselves up a little bit better than the last time. So being sat to the heels, take the arms out in front of you and grab the hand, take the hands to the opposite elbows. This kind of sets you up width-wise. Then open up the forearms, take the hands out in front of you. You can take a block actually between the palms, which is really, really nice. So press the hands into the block. Tuck the toes, find some weight bearing into the elbows and into the sides of the hands and push the hips up. And then really drive the elbows into the floor. The more you drive, the more space you're going to create in your shoulders, and you're really going to lock them in that place so they're really strong. Look to the toes, maybe that lift and lower. Heels lift, heels lower. You can do one leg if you want to. If you're doing one leg, maybe swap sides. Lift as high as you can onto those toes. And then release. Take your child's pose one more time. And just let everything land. Feel the energy that you've just cultivated. Strength, the power, and the warmth. Maybe feeling a little bit warm. I'm filming this on a day where outside is really cold. So it's really nice to be able to create that internal furnace for yourself. Start to roll your way back up to seated. You can sit cross-legged or you can sit kneeling. It's really your choice. You can stay at the back of your mat. I'm just going to come face you. And then take a hug of the right arm on top of the left. And you can stay, just reach for the shoulder blades. Or you can take it into your eagle. Send the forearms up, maybe keep fists like in this X Factor position, or take a bind. Just take a moment. Lift the elbows high. And then just roll it about. We've done a lot into the shoulders today, a lot of opening into the fronts of the shoulders, a lot of compression into the joint. So just ripple it and roll it around. And you might find moments, I always like when I send my arms one way and then I like drop the head the other, it just creates a little bit of length. It always looks a bit weird, but no one's watching, so it's fine. Except you guys watching me, but I don't care. Good. Draw out circles, squiggles. And then inhale, peel everything back, open up. Exhale, take the other side. Left arm on top of right. Take a hug. Squeeze up. Roll it around. Find those weird positions, those sticky places. I'm just using this as an opportunity to slow the breath. Almost as an opportunity to cool down. And you might get to a place where we're in our practice. It's always nice at the end of practice where the body is literally just doing what it wants to do. And we're so connected and we're so focused that the brain has quietened down. And we're just moving and we're following. It's very body-led. Let the body take over. Take one breath. Inhale, peel everything back, open up. Take off that big jumper, that big cape. Exhale, bring the hands to the legs. Good. And just sit here with gratitude. Sit tall, lengthened. Pride, accomplishment, gratitude for yourself for showing up today. It's a lot easier to not be here. You've made a real commitment and dedication to yourself, and it's not easy. So it's important that we acknowledge that. When you're ready, take a big breath in and let it go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed. It was a little bit of a short, sweet, spicy number. It was a lot of fun. So please, please, please let me know how you got on in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give me a follow, give me a subscribe, and click the notification button to be notified when I bring out a new upload. They're coming out every week, roughly on a Friday. So yeah. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Lots of love.